Hello there, this is DBT and these are the rooms. And alright, let's continue talking about Asphalt Legends Unite. And today, we're finally gonna have a look at the patch notes for the upcoming season and update as a whole that will be dropping later this week. And that's of course for the season pinnacle of speed. And oh boy, the cat's out of the bag, or should I say, the hedgehog is out of the bag. Huh? But alright, before I jump into it, if you enjoy my content, please hit the like button on this video and subscribe to the channel, because doing that helps the channel to continue to grow, and in that way, I can continue making this content for you. So go ahead, like and subscribe for some more alu right here. Now for this one, I'm gonna have to go a little bit faster because, oh boy, it's a lot of patch notes to read, so yeah, it's gonna take a bit, so let's just jump into it and I'll give you my thoughts as I go with it. Alright, it says, a new season is upon us with a very special guest, Sonic the Hedgehog. He won't be alone, as his usual entourage will be joining him as well, so let's not dawdle and get straight to it, as just like the season, we gotta go fast, and with that, I agree. Now over here we have a preview of some of the livers that are gonna be available in that event, and man, they look pretty fancy. Listen, I gotta admit it, I'm not a huge fan of Sonic myself, but man, those livers are pretty cool. So anyway, let's move on. It says, racing around the world. Our start of the season features the fastest beings in the planet. Sonic is joined by the entire crew, including Tails, Knuckles, Amy, Shadow, Dr. Eggman, and the playful Chow. I think that's how you pronounce it. I was looking it up and I saw people pronouncing it as Chow. I was like, is it KO? Like KOs? I don't know, but Chow seems to be the agreed one. Anyway, Sonic will be taking over our spotlight and will bring a set of new decals, one for each character, for our featured cars, and introducing the all-new SSC Ultimate Aero TT. And over here we got a preview of the LEGO Technic Aston Martin Valkyrie. A brand new LEGO Technic car is here for you to build. Featured in this season Grand Prix, fans will get a chance to add a new LEGO Technic Aston Martin Valkyrie to their collection and really build up their garage. It looks kinda cool, to be honest. Then we got the Formula E. The Formula E Championship has already started and it's making a pit stop in Asphalt Legends Unite. We'll be featuring this competition's car, the Formula E Gen 3 Evo, along with 4 decals replicating the real liveries for the Andretti, Jaguar, I don't know how to pronounce it, 𝐒𝐲, Porsche, and Nissan teams. Compete in your favorite team's color and the fastest team will actually unlock that decal for free for everyone. That is interesting because and that means that only one of these 4 decals are gonna be permanently featured or unlocked, I suppose, and it's gonna be for everybody. So everybody's gonna have the same decal, so will be interesting. Keep an eye on our schedule as we celebrate the Shanghai, Berlin, and London E3. Alright, so another Grand Prix, now we know. Now this is the part that is very, very interesting. It's gonna be very interesting for a lot of people. The epic wildcards. Using the new okay, I shouldn't read this. I should read this part. To further help you max out your favorite cars, we're introducing the Epic Import Part Wildcards. The new wildcards will allow you to upgrade any car from a specific class, as Epic Import Parts wildcards will not be car specific and have a variant for each class, D, C, B, A, and S. You'll be able to earn them in multiplayer ranked rewards or purchase them from select bundles in the store. That is such a... Have you been in the position where you're like missing a couple of wildcards and you just can find them? Well, with the... No, excuse me, no wildcards, you need epics. Then these wildcards will allow you to just convert this wildcard into the epic for the car, so long as it's of the correct class. It doesn't seem to be star-based or anything, so it will be... Technically, will have the same... You'll have the same possibility to convert an epic wildcard. Not wildcard, Jesus Christ, this terminology. An epic import part for a 3-star class B card than a 6-star class B card, you know? So I think it will be interesting to see how this is gonna work. But anyway, we got the Green Streak mode. A new multiplayer mode is also included in this update. Nitro will become the great equalizer, offering the most contested of modes. The most contested of modes, as the closer you are to the head of the race, the less nitro boosts you receive from stunts, drifting, or nitro bottles you pick up. Those coming in last will receive the full nitro effect, helping them get back into the race and making for one of the tightest racing experiences you've ever experienced in Asphalt. There we go, I got that out. So we already talked about this in a previous video, but the whole idea is indeed that the farther in the front that you are, the less nitro you get from nitro sources. And in theory, what that's gonna make is so that people in the back are gonna be able to catch up to you because they will have more nitro than you. But as I was also mentioning in that other video, it remains to be seen how it's actually going to perform, because at the end of the day, cars that are really fast and someone that knows how to keep the speed will still have no problem to keep ahead of everybody else, even if they don't necessarily have a whole lot of nitro to play with. But we'll see how it goes. Then we got the new linked special events. Remember the British store? Oh yes, I do. They're making a bit of a comeback with our new linked special events. They will be similar to the special events you're already familiar with, but this will be shorter, lasting only a week, and feature a main car and 3 support cars each. The trick is you'll have 4 linked special events throughout the season, and each linked special event's main car will be included as a support car in the following event. Check out our special event section for more details. So I'm not going to talk about this just yet, we'll get to that at some other point. But the interesting part over here is, of course, the new cars! New cars! First, we have the Toyota GR Supra Racing Concept Unite Pass car in both seasons. So that means, this is not a free-to-play car, but if you do get the Unite Pass, you have this car guaranteed. And this is actually very interesting. I'm going to skip the base stats. I'm going to go straight up for the maximum stats. And, oh boy! Alright, first things first, Class D car, rank of 2930, considerably high of Class D, not necessarily on the highest, but still pretty high. But what I think is very interesting about it is that, unless I'm mistaken, this is going to be the first 5-star car that does not require a key. I believe that all of the other 5-star cars in Class D are requiring a key. Yeah, sorry for that little distraction. My phone was making noises and I'm like, what was happening? Anyway, so yeah, that's curious by itself. But looking at the stats of the car itself, top speed of 312, it's fast for a Class D. Obviously not the fastest, but it is considerably fast. Acceleration of 70, almost 72. For a Class D, it's okay. It's not obviously not amazing, but it's not absolutely terrible. It's not the end of the world. And with that speed, it kind of makes a little bit of sense. Handling of 6116. Oh, that is oh, I always forget the word for this. Palindrome, however you said. It is reads the same way, forwards and backwards. 6116, 6116. Anyway, whatever. The handling seems to be okay, and the Nitro 53 for a Class D also seems to be okay. So I don't know. I don't think this is going to be an amazing car in terms of performance in general. And unfortunately, that there's very few places nowadays where you can competitively use Class D cars, but hey, it will still be interesting to drive it, and hey, it has a big wing, looks kind of cool. Then we got the Nissan Z GT4, and this one is a Class C car, rank of 4098. That's really high. In fact, I think this puts this car into elite of Class C, so there's that to consider. A top speed of 345 for a Class C, it's definitely on the high side. Acceleration of 8115, it's a little, I would say a little bit on the good side, especially for a Class C. Handling of 5432, it seems midish. No idea if this is how this is going to play out. Because once again, let's remember that the handling doesn't necessarily reflect on the drifting capabilities, so that still remains a question. Then we got Nitro of 6204. It seems goodish. That's where I would put it. It seems to be goodish. Then we got the Formula E Gen 3 Evo Championship Edition. Once again, looking at the max stats, we got a Class B car of a rank of 3871, which actually, I think it puts it around the Corvette Grand Sport in terms of the, within Class B where it would be located, so keep that in mind. A top speed of 335, obviously it's not very fast for Class B, but it's not absolutely unworkable, and it remains to be seen if, I don't know, I have a slight guess that maybe this car is going to have perfect nitro boost, but I don't know, we'll see. Acceleration of 9029 is absolutely bonkers, which is, that's where this car is going to be fun. Handling of 71, it's relatively high. Well, it's high in general. And Nitro 5935, not amazing. So I think, again, my guess is that maybe this car is going to have perfect nitro boost, but I don't know. We'll see. Then we got the big car for this season, the SSC Ultimate Aero TT. And this is a Class S car of a rank of 4781, which actually puts it a tiny bit above the Chiron. So just to have an idea, the base Chiron, of course. Top speed of 428, almost 429, again, a little slower than the Chiron by like 10 or so kilometers. Acceleration, a little more actually. But anyway, acceleration of 7969, not very good, Jesus. Don't ask what was happening there with my voice, because I don't even know myself. But anyway, acceleration of almost 80. For a Class S car of this rank, I'm not convinced, to be completely honest. I think it's on the low side, considering that once again, the Chiron does have an acceleration of like 84, so Handling of 49, well, Class S tend to be like this, right? They always show low handling, so I don't know what to make of it. Again, it really depends more on how it drifts, can it floaty, things like that, right? And Nitro at 6389, it's on the better side. So I suppose the way to look at this car, it's a car that is relatively fast and it has relatively okay nitro, high-ish nitro. You know that Class S tends to be a lot about very low nitro, so I guess that is the focus on this one, because other than that, it doesn't look particularly amazing in terms of the stats, but hey, once again, we'll see. Then we got, ooh, this one is interesting, the Mercedes-Benz AMG, Mercedes-AMG 1. Okay, so Class A car, rank of 4287, and I believe that puts it somewhere between the Lamborghini SE18 and the Ferrari LaFerrari Aperta. So, with that in mind, the stats, top speed of 362.4, it's, I would say, the average for Class A, around 360, so nothing amazing over there. Acceleration of 8153, again, it's okay. Tiny bit above okay, but nothing incredible. Handling of 76-78 is where this thing starts shining. Very good handling, plus really good nitro of 77. Now, granted, it's not as high, for example, as the aforementioned Lamborghini SE18. And actually, I made a pause there to check the SE18. And yeah, it's a very similar car. It goes about the same speed, acceleration is very similar. Just this one has a slightly, well, considerably better handling by like, what, 10 points or so. And the nitro is worse than the Lambo by about 5 points or so as well. So yeah, it's kind of around that idea, right? Seemingly agile car with pretty good nitro, okay acceleration and okay speed. So this is probably going to be one of those cars that is not necessarily going to be an amazing car and oh my god, it goes so fast, or it can do world records or anything, but it should be a reliable one, a fun one to drive. So hey, there is that. Then we got the Lego Technic Aston Martin Valkyrie. Ooh! And now this one is the one that I find a bit peculiar because it's a Class A car of a rank of 3920, which puts it under the VLF and above the ZR1. So, kind of lowish Class A, not straight up the lowest, but still. But why I say that I find it peculiar is because it does go pretty fast, 372. That's pretty fast. Acceleration of 81 seems pretty okay. Handling of 65 seems on the goodish side, and Nitro 59 seems on the it's okay. So overall, this seems like another relatively balanced car, though if I may take a wild guess, I don't know why something tells me that this is not going to be a drifty car. You know, it's not going to have amazing drift, because I feel like the stats in general are pretty alright. You know, nothing especially bad, so this needs to have a disadvantage somewhere, and I think that's where the disadvantage is going to be, but hey, we'll see. But anyway, that's as far as the new cars for the season. But let's read the rest of the notes in the pinnacle of speed. And we got the special events in. Oh boy, here we go. Racing Around the World is going to be running from May 29th to June 26th. So it's basically an entire month. Or, well, really the entirety, I believe, of the season. Sonic and friends take the world by storm in our brand new Spotlight event. This event will keep you on your toes as the stages will vary between collector mode stages and 1v1 stages. Face off against Sonic, Knuckles, Tails, Amy, Shadow, Dr. Robotnik, and the Chow in this special event featuring the SEC Ultimate Aero TT, the Porsche 911 GT2 RS Club Sport, I won that car, the Apex AP0, the Nissan GTR Neon Edition, the Lamborghini Revuelto, the Donkerford D8 GTO, and the DSE10s. So the cars featured over here, as you can see, they're quite the variety, right? Obviously, the main one being the Ultimate Aero, well, that's the one that we should be aiming for. The Porsche 911 GT2 RS, for the love of anything, I hope that I can unlock this car. Though, that is a key car, so I don't know how that's gonna work. Apex AP Series, relatively-ish common. Nissan GTR Neon Edition, alright, well, yeah, I suppose that's rare. Revuelto, Donkerford, well, Revuelto was free for a lot of people, but hey. Donkerford has been featured, I think, on a car home by now, and the DSE10 is super common, so yeah, should just give you a little bit of an idea of the rarity of the cars featured over there. So, then we got the Mercedes-AMG GT Black Series Linked Special Event. The first of our linked special events featuring the Mercedes-AMG GT Black Series, and including the Arash AF10, the Porsche 911 50-year Porsche design, the Brabham BT62 as support. This one, the 911 50 years Porsche design, I think it's the rarer one, because I believe, I could be wrong, but I believe this has been premium only, so I'm not sure about that. Then we got the Mercedes-Benz, the AMG 1 Grand Prix, Our first Grand Prix of this season starts thing off with a bang featuring the Mercedes-Benz AMG G1. Honestly, I imagine that this is going to be a very, very, very difficult Grand Prix because a lot of people are going to be really going pretty strong at it because a lot of people, everybody is going to want to unlock this thing. So I can imagine a ton of people are going to be spending a lot of tokens and all of that stuff. But hey, good luck to everybody that's going to participate on that thing. Good luck to myself too. Then we got the Lamborghini SC63 linked special event. Our next one rolls up featuring the Lamborghini SC63 along with the Mercedes AMG GT Black Series returning as support alongside the Mercedes-Benz SLR McLaren and the Lamborghini Reventon Roadster. Ooh, can I get blueprints for this thing, please? Porsche 911 GT3 RS linked special event. The third one will feature the 911 GT3 RS with the Lamborghini SC63 from the previous one. The Lotus Evija and the Lamborghini Sesto Elemento. Then we got the Lego Technic Aston Martin Valkyrie Grand Prix, another Grand Prix, 2 Grand Prix in one season. That's going to be pretty tight. A new Lego Technic card for you to build. Prove your skills in the Grand Prix to get the pieces you need. So, hey, again, I think people are still going to be going pretty hard at it because, again, wanting to unlock the car makes sense. But I think people will be more interested on the AMG one, but we'll see. Lamborghini Countach LP800 linked special event. Whoa, let's go! Our final event will feature our cover star, the Lamborghini Countach, with the Porsche 911 GT3 RS returning as support alongside the Ferrari, La Ferrari Aperta, and the Lamborghini SC20. Man, if they give epics for this and a bunch of blueprints, this is going to be amazing, because maybe this will put me in the position to gold that car. Man, Jesus Christ, I've been waiting for a moment like this for my entire life. Well, really for like a year, but hey. Then we got the Rimac Nevera Time Attack Special Hunt. Ooh. We end the season with a special hunt featuring the Time Attack edition of the Rimac Nevera. Well, not much to say about this other than a special hunt means that you will have the opportunity to take that car from 0 to gold. However, I'm actually still unsure if this car is a key car or not. Okay, I just double checked because we were talking about this on a live stream recently, but no, I just double checked and indeed, it is a key car, which it's both good and bad news. It is bad news because that means that this is a car that you're gonna have to gold, straight up gold, in order to properly acquire it, right? Because at least if it's the same format as all the other special hunts for key cars, that means that for the last stage where you can acquire the car, you need to have it at 6 stars with all of the epics applied. And of course, that's gonna cost you like 30 million or so credits. So if I were you, I would start saving if you're really interested on getting this car. And I say that this is a bad thing because, hey, that's a lot of requirements. However, it is good because if you remember the special hunt for the ZR1, the Corvette ZR1, I even made a video, if I remember, I'll put it on the top right about now, where I was talking about how it's very difficult for cars that don't require a key to do progress in the first stages, because it's where you have the worst drop rates. And a car like of this caliber normally would require like 60, 70 blueprints just to unlock, plus another 20, 30 to take it to the second star, where only then you will start getting better drop rates. So it would be quite a bit of a nightmare to do. So that's why I say, in that sense, the fact that it's a key hunt, that means that the first star is already technically sort of completed. So all you need to start doing is hunting for the second, which is going to take a lot less blueprints than 60 or 70 to just unlock the car. So anyway, yeah, for people that already have the car, but maybe they're trying to start it up like myself, then this is going to be pretty fun. So we'll see. Then we got the time-limited events. We got the Formula E. Our first Formula E event begins alongside the Shanghai E-Prix. Race in your favorite team's color and let's see which team fills the top 500 ranks the fastest. All right, I imagine that that's going to give also an opportunity to get blueprints and whatnot. Dragon Boat. Celebrate the festival with the Ferrari SF90 Stradale and the Lamborghini Huracan STO. Okay, well, not much to say about that. Again, every one of these type of events, it's an opportunity for you to acquire blueprints for the cars that are featured because there's going to be packs for them. So that's, even though the event itself doesn't have a lot of information, just knowing which cars are featured, that indeed tells us like, hey, you will be able to get some blueprint packs for these cars. We got the World Environment Day. Go green with the McMurtry Spearling. Ooh, I like that car a lot. Very fun, Class A, not very fast, but man, that car is crazy. Then we got the Lamborghini Sesto Elemento Star Hunt. Let's go, Papa! I mean, yeah, as I was saying, the Star Hunt event returned another season with the Lamborghini Sesto Elemento. Now, let's remember real quick, Star Hunts are really good to get some blueprints for the car free, but don't necessarily... Wait, is the Sesto even a key car? I don't even know anymore. But yeah, don't expect to make a ton of progress on the car itself. But hey, for people that already own it and are looking to start it up and whatnot, yep, good opportunity. Then we got the Coastal Cruising. Relax with a quiet ride by the sea with the Lamborghini Aventador SV Coupe, the Porsche 911 GTS Coupe, and the McLaren Elva. We got the Endurance Showdown. This one is a marathon, not a race, showcasing the Ferrari 499P Modificata. I wonder if they're gonna do, I don't remember what event it was. Was it the World B-Day? No, maybe it was another one. That it was a 3-lap race, and I'm like, wow, that's interesting. I wouldn't mind if they do that again. Yeah, they're very long, but you know, long races from time to time, I think it can be fun. But anyway, we got the Lamborghini Sesto Elemento Epic Hunt. Let's go! I'm honestly excited about that because I do have my Sesto at 6 stars, but hey, being able to get some epics and possibly golded, oh, that would be fantastic. It's funny because I just made a video recently talking about how this car is very rare. So at least now there's an opportunity to get some blueprints and some epics. Anyway, all-star hunts are followed by something epic. Hunt. Get your parts for your shiny new or improved Lamborghini Sesto Elemento. Yes. Summer Solstice. Right along the sun. What? Right until the sun goes down with the Lamborghini Aventador SVJ Roadster. Alright. Relatively rare car. You know, you don't see a lot of those. It's not necessarily an amazing car for Class A. And being a 6-star car, oof. But still, nice that there's an opportunity to get some more blueprints over there. Summer Road Trip. Time for a road trip down the rolling hills of Tuscany with this trio of Ferraris, the Roma, F50, and 488 GTV. And finally, the car hunt. And of course, don't miss out on this season's car hunts featuring in order the Arash AF10, Mercedes-Benz SLR McLaren, ATS Automobile Corsa RR Turbo, which is a key hunt, and the Maserati MC12, which is another key hunt. Now, real quick to talk about this 4 hunts. Well, first of all, I wonder what's going to be the epic hunt, if there's going to be an epic hunt at all. This epic hunt? No, not epic hunt. What? Legendary hunt. Yeah, the one for the owners of the Unite Pass. But anyway, the Arash AF10, you know, Class B car, it's okay. Why not go for it? Mercedes-Benz SLR McLaren, absolutely killer of a B-class car. Really, really good car. But, you know, not a straight-up king or anything, but man, really good. Automobile Corsa RR Turbo, being a Class C car, again, limited places where you can use it, but it's a very good-looking car, so why not? And same thing with the MC12. So yeah, there we go. Those are gonna be the hunts. Now, for the extra info, oh boy, this is a long one. Race around the world spotlight detail. Our new spotlight will work a bit different this time around, as the format will be similar to a special event, but with more varied stage types and quicker unlock. For starters, as each day progresses, 4 stages will be unlocked for you to progress through. That's every 6 hours. The stages will also vary between collector modes and 1v1 challenges stages. Collector mode stages will be your main way to progress, as to unlock access for stages, you'll be asked for a total ring count. This total is calculated by adding your top record of collected rings in previous collector mode stages. So be aware that repeating a stage will only add to your total ring count if you're able to beat your previous top record for that stage. Now that is the part that it's peculiar to me, because what they're saying is that, okay, they're not saying it in this way, but what I'm interpreting from this is that if on your first runs you do amazing in this event, that's actually a detriment to you. Because what you want to do, apparently, it's, let's say that in one run you started your run and you picked every ring that you could and you got 20 rings, right? Like, oh, there we go, I got all of the rings. Well, guess what? You can't improve that anymore because that was it. That was the maximum. So I think what you are going to want to do is do that race a bunch of times, but the first one should be probably the worst race ever. Do one ring collect one single ring, and that's it. Do no more. Crash somewhere and end it all. For the second run, pick a second ring. You know what I'm saying? Third, so on and so forth. You need to increase little by little. In that way, you can collect the most amount of rings. That's what I'm understanding from it. Is this what it is or not? I don't know, but that's what it sounds like. And man, that's gonna make it a bit of a pain in the rear side. But again, we'll see how it goes. Then we got the 1v1 challenge stages, one overview progression in the event, as the goal is to beat your rival in the race and there will be no rings to collect. However, complete the challenges and you'll receive blueprints for our featured cars, allowing you to unlock or improve them, allowing you to reach new records in collector stages. So basically, the 1v1 is not gonna be to get rings. Instead, it's just gonna be to get blueprints for the car, which is again a pretty good thing. I think. Then it says, note, The condition tracker in 1v1 stages will not count for event progression and simply allows you to keep track if you're missing out on any rewards. I don't know. I think they just mean the conditions on special events type of thing, but whatever quote-unquote conditions that are gonna be in the 1v1s don't actually count to your totals. That's what I'm understanding. I'm not sure. To help make things a little bit clearer, here's a full list of available stages including... Wait, what? Here's a full list of all available stages including the featured card, the type of stage, and the unlock time. So here's a table. You probably have seen this before. So just to break it down real quick, for example, we got in one single day, specifically on the 29th, you can see over here on this side, all of this is on the 29th of May. We're gonna have the ultimate arrow in collector mode, which is gonna be for getting rings. Then the ultimate arrow max free try 1v1, which is gonna be to get blueprints for the car, I suppose. Then the DSE 10s for collector mode for rings. You get the idea, right? Collector mode is rings, 1v1 is blueprint. So then we got the ultimate arrow in 1v1, Dunkerboard and collector, ultimate arrow on 1v1, Apex AP 0 and collector, so on and so forth. Again, you can watch or you can read this entire list. I'll leave the link to this article in the description as always. But yeah, the main thing is just to notice how these things go unlocking indeed on a single day. For example, all of these 4 ones unlock on the same day, right? Just with at different times, 3, 9, 3 p.m., 9 p.m. in whatever time zone this is. It says right here, right? Yeah, GTM. So yeah, you can actually go through all this entire thing. Again, I don't need to go reading every single one of this because it makes no sense. There's nothing that I can elaborate on that. So yeah. Other than I'm noticing over here that from this point onward it's all collector mode. There's no more 1v1. All right, interesting. But yeah, again, I don't know what to tell you. We really need to get this event going, see how it is, and then from there I'll be able to give you more thoughts. So whenever this event comes out, maybe after a couple of days, once I got to, you know, try it a bit more, then I'll be able to give you some more thoughts. As usual, completing the challenges in each stage will provide you with extra rewards, including racing tokens. This is Spotlight's currency. Racing tokens, so that's what they're called, okay. You'll be able to spend your racing tokens in the Spotlight shop as usual, which will refresh each day with rewards. You'll also be able to spend tokens to refresh the store twice a day. So basically, it seems that this store is only gonna be refreshing once, just once. So, you know, we had 3 refreshes in the original version. In the second Spotlight event, we got 2 refreshes. Now we're only gonna have 1 refresh. So I think you can see the pattern when it comes to this whole thing. I did say it in the previous videos talking about this whole thing, that, you know, at the end of the day, it's a monetization feature. So of course, they don't want to make it super easy for everybody to unlock the cars at gold, just completely free to play. So this is where they're pushing a bit more to, hey, don't you want to spend some tokens on the refreshes? Hey, don't you want to spend some tokens, or rather some money on the blueprint packs in the store? Things like that, right? We'll see how bad this is going to go. Hopefully the store is going to be a little bit better than last time. So if the store is a little bit better, even if it has less refreshes, I think it would be relatively balanced, but we'll see how it goes. Again, can't say much because I haven't seen it. Then we got the Spotlight Pass, and here we go. This is the part that everybody's going to have a problem with, understandably so. To help maximize your rewards, we're introducing a special Spotlight Pass for this event. By engaging with our Spotlight event, racing around the world, you'll be able to progress through the Spotlight Pass milestones, unlocking rewards from both the free and premium tracks as you go. You'll be able to earn extra racing token featured card blueprints and decals for the event's featured card. So the way that this is described, it reminds me of a combination maybe of the multiplayer pass and the Unite Pass, where it's gonna have like the Unite Pass, a free lane and a premium lane. And on the free lane, you're probably gonna be able to get a couple of rewards here and there. On the premium lane, you're gonna be able to get a lot more rewards. And it's a little bit like the multiplayer pass, because it's also gonna allow you to get more of the regular rewards that you would be able to get by just playing the event. Or maybe it's a bit like the TLE pass, I don't know. But yeah, another pass. I don't think this is going to be a surprise for anybody that there's another pass in the game. But again, if you're really dead set into getting the main cars of this event, you know, I look at this, and by the way, this is something that I say in other videos, especially for other games that in Asphalt 8 in particular. I always say, I'm not trying to convince anybody to spend money on the game, but the one thing that I'll say is that if you're really dead set into getting the main cars of the Spotlight event, you like those cars and you think, you know, oh, well, why not? Then spending some money on the pass to improve the rewards that you can get from it may not be a terrible idea, in the same way that Car Hunt, for example, the Car Hunt Pass or the Event Pass you know, it speeds up the process, it makes it easier, more bearable. So I don't know. Again, it's obviously a matter of personal preference if you want to spend money on the game or not. And I know that a lot of people are going to be very upset about now having a pass for something that was once completely free. But that is just kind of how these games work. So honestly, I don't think I am very surprised. Would I have loved for the event to stay as free to play as it was the first time around? Of course. But you know, as a wise man once said, it is what it is. Alright, then we got Build Your Own Bundle. We're bringing some updates to our store along with a nifty new feature that will allow you to maximize your savings on things that you actually need. You'll be able to build your own bundle by selecting which items you want to include in your very own personalized bundle. So again, not a lot, I can say a lot about this because I haven't seen it. It's probably just gonna be picking, oh, I wanted some of this, some of that, some of that, and then they're gonna tell you. And it's gonna cost you this much. And that's it. So yeah, I don't know. Then we got the multiplayer changes. We're bringing a few changes to our rewards in the introduction of wild... Oh, Jesus Christ, let me try that again. We're bringing a few changes to our rewards with the introduction of wildcard epic import parts and the end of the exclusivity period for the 4GT Mark IV. Once again, the 4GT Mark IV will be ending its exclusivity and no longer be included in milestones and ranked rewards. So, no more 4GT Mark IV in multiplayer rewards. Sad. Then we got the wildcard epic import parts will be added to ranked rewards. Okay, we'll see. Honestly, I imagine that these are going to be rare. You're not going to be able to get a lot of this. But hey, a few per multiplayer, so long as they're not found at the very, very, very end of all of the rewards, because otherwise, very few people are going to be able to get that. But anyway, we'll be updating our MP1 filters to include the new cars that we released in previous updates. Moving forward, we will continue to update filters with newly released cars. So basically, this is the acknowledgement of a bunch of new cars were not usable in MP1. So now they're saying, okay, we're fixing that, and from here onwards, we will be updating it more often so that we don't found ourselves in a position where, hey, I unlocked this car last season and yet I cannot play with it in MP1. That type of thing. New cars included from previous updates to the MP car selection won't rotate during this split. So please share your thoughts on whether you prefer a more fixed selection or more regular rotations in our Discord channel. So, again, the rotation of the cars, you know that it goes changing, so I don't know, this is really gonna be a matter of how people feel as they play it. Just as a heads up, we're hearing your feedback on current series score progression and are looking into solution already to minimize the impact lobby size has in your series score gains. We're listening and didn't have time to include it in time for the update, so stay tuned. So basically, you know how in multiplayer, the less players that they are, the less points or score that you win, depending on your position. So they're saying they're looking for a way to fix that, but at this time, it's not in the game yet. Then we got the Gauntlet improvements. We've slightly improved our car selection menus to properly display their overclocked status. We've also fine-tuned our divisions to help provide a tighter matchmaking experience overall. Please note that due to this, some players may not notice a change in their current division. So, what I think is interesting over here, our car selection menus to properly display overclocked status. Does that refer specifically to when I select a car and it will show if it's overclocked? Or are they by any chance saying that maybe when you're selecting the race that the people that you're gonna race against, and you know that it shows what cars they're using, is that one gonna display if it's overclocked? I don't know, but hey, I hope it's both. Then we got the car balancing Chevrolet Corvette C7R buff. The C7R, which is a Class D by the way, seemed to be slightly underperforming for its rank, particularly at stock. To help improve its performance, particularly in MP, we'll be making the following changes. Increase the nitro at stock, increase the handling at stock. So you know that they do these changes from time to time, so hey, there it is. Probably at gold or you know, once it's more upgraded, it's also gonna have improvements, but super slight. Then we got the fixed 90 FPS option for Android. We resolved the 90 frames per second issue and should now only appear for devices who can support it. We also added 80 and 96 frames per second option on displays which support those instead of 90 Hz. Note, the in-game FPS can vary depending on your device, as some device settings can control the refresh rate, so FPS can be capped at 60. So this is just going into a more technical note. Maybe the device can support 90 frames per second, but maybe, you know that, for example, like Xiaomi devices or things like that, they have like, special tools in order to improve performance and things like that and whatnot. They can also affect the frame rate in terms of whether or not they're capped and whatnot. So it's a bunch of different moving parts. So hey, they're just saying, hey, we kind of fix this, or we fixed it. And finally, in the other fixes section, the game will launch in quality mode for new users by default on PlayStation 5 and Xbox Series. And new to the PlayStation 5 Control Center, you'll now be able to enjoy Asphalt soundtrack while navigating the game's menus. So, that's about it. Jesus, that was one big patch notes article, but a lot of information. It's really good to get information on a bunch of these things. And once again, when it comes to the cars, well, I'm not necessarily excited about the Supra in terms of, oh my god, it's a car that I've always wanted, but it looks kind of cool, so hey, it'll be fun. And since I'll get the Unite Pass anyway, yeah, I'll be happy to get this in my collection. The Nissan Z GT4 honestly doesn't call my attention very much. This one does, absolutely. I would love to be able to unlock this thing. It might be electric, but it's a crazy looking car, so you know that I like those. The SSC Ultimate Aero honestly doesn't call my attention very much at all. Like I said, the stats and even the looks of the car doesn't really do it for me, but hey, you know, if you like it, it's fine. The AMG 1, I do like it. I would like to get it, but like I said, it's gonna be a difficult Grand Prix. You know that Grand Prix difficulty really varies a lot depending on whether or not the car is hyped. And this is a hyped car, so yep, it's gonna be tough, I tell you. The Aston Martin Valkyrie Lego, it looks alright. I think it looks good. I'm not super invested into getting it, but if I could get it, that would be fine as well. But again, I don't have the best luck in Grand Prixes, or however you say the plural. Jesus. Who paused the video for DBT to cough? I have no idea. But anyway, whatever is the plural of Grand Prix, yeah, I don't tend to do very well on those, so yeah, I don't have big expectations. But overall, I'm really curious to see how this season is gonna go. Again, lots of changes in terms of the linked events, in the spotlight and everything. But again, I will only be able to comment on, you know, whether or not I think they're good or bad or what's what until I actually get to play them. So I guess I will see you when that happens. For now, I know that I was late to post this, but again, I wanted to do it once this article was out so that you could also read it, you know, how you say it, calmly. So again, the link to the article is in the description, but that's gonna do it for today. Again, if you enjoyed it, like, subscribe, all of that good stuff, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye-bye!